Welcome to astrobix.com, Vedic Astrology Webcasts. In our previous webcast, we talked about marriage matchmaking. This matchmaking was based on houses, astrological signs, and astrological sign in the ascendant. In this webcast, we will go a bit further. We will try to understand some more methods involved in marriage matchmaking. In this webcast, we will tell you about matching Kundalis on the basis of moon's Bhinnashtak and association of Venus and Mars. We will also analyze Dasha, 5th house and 7th house. It is important to match the bride and groom's Kundalis to determine if the marriage would be successful or not. First of all, let us analyze moon's position. Moon is considered to be the Karak planet for mind. Analyzing the association of moon in the bride and groom's Kundali is extremely important. Ashtak work plays a crucial role for studying a Janma Kundali. Hence, we should analyze moon's association in moon's Bhinnashtak in a Janma Kundali. In order to do this, we have to check your and your partner's moon signs in each other's Bhinnashtak of moon. To begin with, you need to check the groom and bride's moon signs. These signs should be analyzed in moon's Bhinnashtak. In the moon's Bhinnashtak of the groom, you should analyze the bride's moon sign. You should check the house in which it is present and the points it acquires. For example, let us assume that the moon sign of the bride is Gemini. You will have to check the points of Gemini sign in moon's Bhinnashtak of the groom. If the moon sign acquires 3 or less points, the bride will not be comfortable with the groom. She may be hurt by one thing or another in her married life. On the other hand, if the moon sign acquires 4 or more points, it will be an appropriate match and the bride will be comfortable with the groom. In the same way, you will have to analyze the groom's moon sign in the moon's Bhinnashtak of the bride. If the both bride and groom are able to acquire more than 4 points, it will be a perfect match. If both of them acquire less points, the match may be inappropriate. Now, we will analyze the position of Venus and Mars in your Kundalis. Mars is considered to be the Karak planet for energy. It is also associated with courage and bravery. On the other hand, Venus is considered to be the Karak planet for lust, desire and love. Your marriage does not experience any major problems if the position of Venus and Mars are auspicious in your Kundalis. In such a condition, both of you will also have similar energy levels. It is important to analyze the position and state of both Mars and Venus in the bride and groom's Kundalis. Their condition and placement should be noted. First of all, you should study the position of Venus in the groom's Kundali. The position of Mars in the bride's Kundali should also be noted. If both the planets form an association in center or trine house, the marriage will be successful. Otherwise, the marriage will be inappropriate. For example, let us assume that Venus is an ascendant in the groom's Kundali and Mars is in 9th house in the bride's Kundali. This association is in trine. Therefore, it is an appropriate match. If Mars and Venus form an association in an inauspicious house, the match will be inappropriate. There may be many problems in your married life and personal life. In this slide, we will talk about 5th and 7th house in a Janma Kundali. It is important to analyze the 7th house in your and your partner's Kundali. Seventh house in a Janma Kundli is associated with marriage. Hence, it is considered to be extremely important. The stronger seventh house is, the better your marriage will be. If seventh house is related to malefic or inauspicious houses, there may be some problems in your married life. You will face certain challenges throughout your married life. According to a popular opinion, it is believed that if the doshas related to seventh house are similar in your and your partner's kundli, it will result in a better married life. Fifth house in a Janma Kundli is associated with childbirth or children. If any of the two kundlis has a dosh related to fifth house, childbirth may be delayed. Moreover, there will be problems in conceiving a child if the fifth house is in a weak state in both kundlis. Finally, we will talk about Dasha. During matchmaking, we have to consider a lot of different aspects in the bride and groom's kundlis. It is foolish to match kundlis without studying every aspect in detail. Once you have matched kundlis, it is important to study Dasha, which will be present after marriage. Dashas will determine if you will have a good or bad married life. It is important to check the Dasha which is present at the time of marriage. If Dasha of 6th, 8th and 12th house is present in Janma Kundli or Navansh Kundli at the time of marriage, you should choose a different date. This is because such a marriage won't last long. On the other hand, your married life will be good if dashas are related to center or trine house after marriage. Similarly, it may not be good for your marriage if inauspicious dasha are occurring in both your kundlis after marriage. Your married life will be fine if either one of you has the scope of auspicious dashas in your kundli. Such a marriage will be average or normal. In the end, we will once again request you to study all the aspects of both the kundlis during matchmaking. This is very important for a successful marriage. Thank you for watching this webcast. Visit astrobix.com for more free Vedic astrology content. You can also get your marriage compatibility report from Astrobix.